everything down. This moment is just for you. Let your shoulders be heavy. There's nothing you must do right now. You're safe here. You're allowed to let go. I'm AdaMade, and tonight I'll be training chest, shoulders, and biceps. This time around, I went for slightly more close-up angles. So you can see the muscles a bit closer. Some of you have also requested to mix up the gym environment. So here's a new gym. Still a fairly similar vibe to the old one. Just a bit smaller. Although it's a bit newer, so the machines are a bit nicer. A bit more aesthetic, hopefully. Let your problems become small, distant shapes on the horizon, while I destroy my upper body in the background. I've started off with a little warm-up to oil those shoulders. Brace them for the destruction that's about to come. You want to start each workout very slowly, as lifting heavy weights can be quite dangerous. But let's start off with the bench press. Already down a few reps with an empty bar. But let's get into the first working set. I will also sprinkle key exercise tips across each exercise, so you can perfect your form and efficiency at the gym. Great first working set on the bench press. I love the blue weights as well. They bring quite a nice contrast to the black gym. My back has been feeling a little tight lately from sitting down and working too much. So I've done a bit of cracking and stretching on the bench. But 60 kilograms is clearly not enough for a chest pump. So let's add a few plates and break it up to 80. My first tip for the bench press is around the grip width and elbow angles. You want to set the grip so forearms are vertical at the bottom. Tuck your elbows 45 degrees to protect the shoulders. If you're new to the gym, go for a slightly narrower grip. And if you're more advanced, play with the tempo and post reps for that extra time under tension and muscle activation. But now, let's get under that bar and work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and come on, one more, squeeze out, and 10. Wow, that was beautiful. I'm absolutely finished after that one. I went all the way until failure there. Really pushing the chest to its limits. With each of my reps, allow everything that's heavy to slide away. You can leave your worries at the door and come back to them later if you wish. Little pump check mid-set for extra motivation. I'm excited to see the pump in the end of this one. I'm feeling quite strong today. And have a feeling this is gonna be a quite strong workout. You don't need to carry today's load. Feel free to unload it onto me. Look, I can bear it all. I'm raising the weight to 90 kilograms. And if you want to unload all your problems onto me, feel free. I'm here to carry them. Another key thing you want to focus with the bench press is leg drive and tension. Think of pushing the floor away. You want to train leg brace tightness before the first rep. If you have lower back sensitivity, flatten the pelvis slightly and keep your core braced. Those 90 kilograms were quite heavy. So let's do a drop set. Going until failure. Squeezing out the last bits. And energy left in the chest. Look how much I'm struggling here with the weight. But I'm still pushing through. All the way to failure. Breaking limits. And pushing boundaries. So we can get that volume with the chest. I would like to say it's always such an honor to spend time and be together with you. I know you're the type of person you value your time, and I hope you find these tips useful. My last bench press tip is the bar path and weakness targeting. If you stick at mid-range, do slingshot or post reps at chest height. If lockout is weak, add broad presses or close grip bench. that the chest is finished, let's show some love to the biceps with easy bar biceps curls. I went for 25 kg as a warm-up set with 15 reps, but it was quite light and I've underestimated myself. I could have easily went for 30 to squeeze out a bit more. But that's okay. That's why we're here. To improve and learn. With the easy bar curl, you want to focus on the range of motion. If you have tendonitis, stop just short of extreme supination. If you want full peak, include 1 to 2 sets of supinated dumbbell curls. Let's flex that biceps peak mid-set to know what we're working towards and enhance the mind-muscle connection. Let's get into the next set. Curl up, hold, gentle squeeze, and breathe out. I've upped the weight to 35 kg, and I can really feel it now. The biceps is boiling. Screaming for help. To stop. But no. I'm gonna keep pushing. Keep pushing. All the way to failure. You can also do a tempo focus and do a 3-1-3 tempo. 3-second eccentric, 1 second hold, and a 3-second concentric. For hypertrophy and maximizing time under tension. If you're short on time, you can do heavier 6 to 8 rep sets with controlled negatives. Negatives, or when you're bringing the weight down, are just as important, if not more, than when you're bringing the weight up. Let's do it again. Curl up, hold, gentle squeeze, and breathe out. Repeat. Curl up, hold, gentle squeeze, and control on the way down. I was definitely swinging on the last few reps, but that's okay. As we're finding the point of failure, a bit of a swing at the end is allowed. There's nothing for you to fix right now. Only to be with this soft stillness. As you're watching me destroy my muscles in the background, try to scan your body and breathe mindfully. Start at the bottom with your toes, working your way up. Through ankles, calves, quads, all the way up to the biceps, so we can enhance that mind-muscle connection. Right now, the only thing I'm thinking about is that biceps head. So I can make sure all the blood and focus is directed there for this pump. You can see the veins a little bit. Popping out is really going to show. Finally is the elbow position. Keep your elbows bent to the side. And if you naturally swing too much, try preacher variations. Or perform seated curls to isolate your elbows. Now let's move on to the seated lateral raise with the dumbbells. A tiny lift. Elbow first. Feel the side delts awake. You can see as I'm contracting, those muscle fibers at the shoulders are dancing. They're ecstatic from the attention we're giving them. With weight selection on this one, you want to treat these as a control exercise. Choose a weight you can lift for 12 to 20 strict reps. If you're new, go for 3 sets of 15 reps. And if you're advanced, go for single arm, slow eccentrics. I went for 12 kg and 13 reps. I've only started the exceeded lateral raises recently, but this was my best set so far. Although we're not going to stop there. Let's up the weight to 14 kilograms. And build those boulder shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, come on, 8, and scapula is important. You want to sit upright and tilt the torso 5 to 10 degrees forward to hit the lateral head. If your traps engage, externally rotate your shoulders slightly and focus on elbow leading. With each rep, or drift deeper, like a leaf, floating on a warm, slow stream. Feel the gentle weight of your clothes, the coolness of the air on your cheeks. You're exactly where you need to be. The last tip for the seated lateral raise is tempo and partials. You want to finish with a few partials at the top, or a 10 to 15 second isometric hold for time under tension. Here, I'm going to drop the weight to just 8 kilograms and go for the failure and a few partials as well. You can see the shoulders and V-taper shaped in real time. There was one partial in the end. I could have gone for a few more, but I was finished, as it was a drop set already. But now, back to the biceps with the seated incline curl. Look at that stretch at the bottom. And peak at the biceps ahead. You can see the shoulders and biceps are getting rounder and rounder with each set and rep. But for you, there's nothing to fix. Only to enjoy as I destroy the biceps in the background. The bench angle is crucial here. You want to aim for a 30 to 45 degree incline. Steeper angles shift emphasis. Pick what feels best and targets the long head the most. For me, it's this angle. And you can see the stretch at the bottom. Let's up the weights. 16 kilograms. It's a bit ambitious, but let's see what we can do. Controlled on the way down. Feel the stretch and curl up. Slow. Nice and smooth. Fantastic. Only 6 reps with 16 kg. But at least we went to failure. A slow, steady pulse of calm moves through you from head to toe. Notice how your chest softens when you choose to let go of your problems. Allow everything that's heavy to slide away on the next rep. Your body is melting into the with ease. Strict control. Pause for 1 second at full stretch. Then explode on the way up. Then 3 seconds down for the eccentric. To maximize hypertrophy. Let's do another drop set. Also, a little personal tweak. If you feel shoulder strain, then lower the angle or switch to cable incline curls to reduce instability. That was amazing. The seated incline curl is probably my favorite biceps exercise, as the bench allows me to isolate and completely stretch the long head at the bottom. That is what the gym is about. Finding exercises you love and enjoy doing the most. Each body is different, and all of us respond to different stimuli and exercise variations. So feel free to experiment and find the exercises tailored to your body the best. But now, back to the bolder shoulders with the standing military press. Again, one of the purest shoulder exercises out there. This one, particularly great for the core and body posture in general. When you're sitting down, most of the time, the standing military press is a great counterbalance to an arched back. You want to brace the core, drive, and breathe gently at the top. The setup and angle is key here. You want to lean slightly forward. And raise the arms in a wide arc. If traps dominate, then lower the weight. And externally rotate the humerus. I've upped weight to 35 kilograms. And it really showed. I was only able to do 10 reps, but super happy with the result, as this was my personal best. With 35 kilograms. The bar path is key. The bar should travel in a straight line over midfoot. If you push forward, adjust the head position. Think of pressing behind the head slightly. Only 6 reps, but it's okay, as we went to failure. My favorite thing to do between sets is to stretch the shoulders a little bit and ease the pressure built from the set. When it comes to the reps, on heavy days, you can go to 4 to 6 strict reps. But if you're going for pure hypertrophy, aim for 8 to 12 with controlled eccentrics. And use push presses sparingly for overload. A quick pump check between sets. And we're ready for the final push. Let's go all in on this set. We're going to failure. Controlling the weight and building the mind-muscle connection with the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Slow on the way down. Amazing. One more. A few attempts for another rep. But I was clearly finished. Unable to do even one more rep. That is exactly what going to failure means. So I'm very happy with that. And last but not least, the rear delt reverse flies with a cable. Completing the shoulder look with the often neglected rear delts. This one again, a beautiful exercise. If you lead a sedentary lifestyle like myself, to fix the posture and back, listen to the quiet between reps and focus on recovery so you can give it your all on the next set. Let's stretch out again with dead eggs between sets. To increase blood flow and recovery. reverse flies is to set up an angle. You want to lean forward, just slightly, and raise the arms in a wide arc. Here, I went for 7 kg on each side, which was a bit ambitious, with only 3 reps. But that's okay, as we can lower the weight and get stronger on the next set. Time under tension again is key. Use 2 to 3 seconds for concentric, and a bit more, 3 to 4 seconds on the eccentric. With a 1 second peak squeeze. You also want to aim for high rep ranges between 12 to 20 reps. Again, to maximize hypertrophy. But if you feel this exercise is a bit too heavy, there's also a rehab-friendly option. You can do face pulls or prone external rotations if your shoulder blade control is limited. I've lowered the weight back to 5 kilograms to go for more reps, but I've still only done 6. I think it might be as I'm towards the end of my workout. I'm completely finished. So it's quite difficult to go for those high rep ranges. Maybe I could have lowered the weight even slightly more. But it's okay. We'll come back stronger next time. last set. Let's give it our all. Everything that may be left in the shoulders. Leave it in this set. Wonderful. Super proud of today's workout. I hope you were able to relax, forget, and let go of any problems that built up over the week. And also learn some tips for your next workout. But now, let's see the posture we sculpted today with all the hard work. You can really see the VT performed with all the shoulder exercises. The 3D chest as well. Completing the look. And the veins on the biceps. Thank you very much for making it this far into the video. I really hope you enjoyed it and were able to relax. If you want more, here's another one on the screen.